Hello YouTube, it is Wadres here again for you all today, and I do have to say that this is something of a special video for me, because one of the things that I've been noticing over the last week is that my view count has been climbing rather dramatically, especially on a couple of my Halloween videos. That being said, it has taken my overall view count for videos, now this is cumulative, this is not for a single video, has climbed to over 500 views, and I have also reached what I have set as a goal for 10 subscribers. And, well, I do have to say thank you everybody who has liked, who has viewed, who has even subscribed to my channel. You are definitely making this well worth it. I have certainly gotten a lot farther in the last couple of months with this channel than I honestly ever expected I would. I never, when I first started putting videos together on YouTube, I honestly never expected I would gain any sort of following, really. I was just putting the videos up for fun, and, well, I still am. I still am putting the videos up for fun, but the simple fact that people are watching them is... I find it rather enjoyable. And I thank all of you who have watched my videos. I thank all of you who have subscribed to my channel. And I hope you continue doing so. I hope that I'm putting out content that you enjoy, that you, that is helpful. And anyway, moving away from that a little bit, the other thing is that this video is also a celebration of my reaching rank 5 in the first week, or first season of the ranked sprint. And this video is the battle in which I actually achieved that. Now, one thing that I do have to say is that in reaching rank 5, I'll admit I have probably been a little bit more passive than anybody would ever actually expect me to be on normal circumstances. And that's because I have been playing at Tier 5 in my Kamikaze R. It seems to be just about the only ship I've really had much luck with in ranked. At least at the ranked sprint level. And that's because it is low surface detect, it has decent torpedoes, and it also has decent speed for a Tier 5 destroyer. The nice thing is, it is also very low concealment. I am running it with a 10 skill captain, which, yes, I am running Concealment Expert, which, trust me, it helps when trying to not be spotted. And my primary tactic overall has actually been to use my concealment and just try to get behind enemy lines wherever possible, spot out enemy battleships that are hiding behind islands, whatnot, for my friendlies. Basically keeping as many targets as I possibly can lit up. But this match kind of throws a wrench into the works, because the enemy Podvoisky is actually actively interfering in my plan. It seems like everywhere I go in this match, I'm running into him. So, trust me, you're going to be seeing a lot of this Podvoisky, and I annoy him about as much as... I'm sure I annoy him about as much as he annoys me. Because I'm trying to get around behind his teamed flank and just drop torpedoes from concealment. And I am reasonably sure he's at least just trying to get behind my team to spot them out, if nothing else. And I'm consistently in his way, to put it mildly. And not only that, he is consistently in my way. And, of course, I am in a Japanese destroyer, and even though it is a premium Japanese destroyer, it is still a Japanese destroyer, which means the guns, flat out, suck. Yeah. And the Podvoisky is a regular tech line Russian. Yeah. Not exactly a gunfight I want to be in. I probably should have abandoned my smoke a little bit earlier and tried to get away, but you know what? I was hoping I was going to land a lucky torpedo on him or something and just have him out of the way. Unfortunately, that was not the case, so now we're both just kind of steaming in opposite directions of each other, just trying to get, or at least I'm trying to get out of detection. He's just trying to kill me and open the distance so that I can't torpedo him easily. And I'm just, I say, you know what, disengage, stop shooting, get away from him. And damn it, the CV's keeping me spotted. But I do eventually, the CV does eventually go off to do something else, and I finally get in the clear after losing more than half my health. But this match is far from over because I do still have a lot more input to this match. My health may be low, but you know what? I figure if I can't get around behind the enemy flanks, what I can do is I can keep moving around in front of them, so to speak, and work on capturing at least trying to capture C and B, provided that pesky little Podvoisky doesn't show up again. But, as I've already said, unfortunately, he's going to harass me for pretty much the duration of this match. I will say that one of the things that I always did enjoy about the Kamikaze, or even the Fujin, back when those were the really, really good Tier 5 premium destroyers, was that they definitely had good speed when they were released. They are phenomenal ships, and I just, with all of the higher tier ships that I'm trying to grind out, including the Legend mods, so on and so forth, I really don't play these Tier 5 ships very often, and that's actually one of the reasons why I think the Ranked Sprint is an amazing move on Wargaming's part. Because one, it opens up Ranked to players who are newer to the game, but it also just kind of gives the experienced players an excuse to pull out some of their lower tier ships and just have fun with them. And that's part of why I'm doing this here in the Ranked Sprint, because it's nice to have a ranked scenario where I'm not playing against an entire team of completely experienced, random-only players, because at least down here at Tier 5, there's always a chance that 1, 2, 3 of the players on either team could be players who have only just gotten their first Tier 5, and they're just wanting to try using them in the competitive scenario. And, well, see, even experienced players can still make mistakes, because I pull a Notzer right here, but you know what? All things considered, there are worse places I could have done that. I could have been fully spotted out in the open in front of a cruiser, but nope, nothing's spotting me, nothing's looking at me. The only chance that I have of possibly getting in trouble is the fact that the CV was hanging overhead, or getting ready to, but I'm already moving again before I'm even really detected. Now, the one thing that I will say is that I do kind of make another little bit of a slip-up here, but it's more a slip-up of ignorance than anything else, in the sense that I did not know the Podvoisky had an 11-kilometer gun range. So I do take a few hits from the Podvoisky, and I do very quickly start maneuvering, trying to get away from his shells, or at least mitigate some of his damage. And I figure that the best option is just move in close to an island while I'm out of detection where he can't see me, and just let the fire burn, wait, and maybe pop smoke, see if maybe he gives me the opportunity to snipe him a little bit if he tries to sneak a little bit closer. But again, he has disappeared from sight, he's gone, and now I'm capping B point. And, ooh, hey, there's a Giulio Cesare. Sure would be a shame if somebody hit hit it with a handful of torpedoes from concealment. Yeah, he's not gonna be too happy here in very short order. I don't even think he really was paying attention to the fact that I was even on the map in the first place until he came around the corner and saw the smoke screen and then said, hey, maybe there may be torpedoes on the way. Yeah, I was anticipating that. Goodbye. 2 torpedoes, no waiting. And he's literally the only other ship of 2 that I actually do any substantial damage to in this match. Yeah. But I mean, this was definitely an interesting match in the sense that it was a little bit of a different tactic for me. It was a different, even just a different setup for me. I don't normally play this passive. I don't normally play this conservative, and yet here I am. I'm playing passive. I was wanting to play the spotting role. I am only really dropping torpedoes from distance. In fact, the only time I even fired my guns was when I had already been spotted, and I very quickly chose to disengage and drop off detection as soon as I possibly could. But overall, for this match, I mean, that was the role that I ended up filling. And what's even more is that overall, ultimately, I actually did my team I think I actually did my team quite a bit of service here. Because while I may not have contributed much except to killing one of the battleships, I served as a rather persistent hindrance to the Podvoisky on the enemy team, who was working very, very hard, I might add, to try and intercept me, or just get me out of his way. Now, here, I wish that these torpedoes had a little bit more range, and you will see why very, very shortly. Because this spread of torpedoes that I just launched looks beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. He's just sailing right into him. He's absolutely oblivious. There is no way in the world that he would have avoided those torpedoes at all, except for the fact that they ran out of steam right then and there. I swear that was a couple 100 meters short, and damn it, because it would have saved me a little bit of extra consternation, because now that my torpedoes have missed, I'm trying to goad him into coming my way. My friendly CV is trying to drop him. He's popping smoke. My friendly battleships are trying to shoot him. And he's just being a pesky little sucker. I've got torpedoes trying to cross his path, but that does no good. My torpedoes are almost back up again, and that's actually one of the points that I wanted to come back to with Kamikaze and the Fujin, as far as their use at Tier 5, is that they have phenomenally quick-loading torpedoes. I mean, you may only have 2 torpedoes in a launcher, but the simple fact is they reload in something like 40-50 seconds, which is a phenomenally fast reload, especially when you're at these lower tiers where you might be in closer engagements with battleships or cruisers. So you can actually get your torpedoes off very quickly and harass ships like it's nobody's business. Now, finally, the Podvoisky was flushed out of his smoke, trying to come at least finish me off, I guess. He's getting some good lucky shots on me in smoke, I do have to say. But my final salvo does finish him off, and in very short order, we win the match just on points. Overall, at this point, I do have to say that Podvoisky, this Podvoisky Captain Ikaruzu, I believe is his name. He, as much as I hate stealing, as much as I needed the win for my 5 stars, I do hate stealing the win from him. He worked hard to try and kill me. He was a very worthy adversary, and yeah, he did not deserve to. He did not deserve that at all. But anyway, for the match, I earned 171,556 credits, 4,045 experience points, 945 free experience points, 27,320 damage done. That was 1 ship kill, and that was the Podvoisky at the very end, 2 torpedo hits, 25 main battery hits, 1 flood, 2 captures, and 2 incapacitations. And yeah. I was the top scorer on my team with 1,296 base experience points earned. I don't know where a lot of that came from. I don't know what it says about the rest of my team either, but you know what? I'll take it. Now, I will say that Ikaruzu in the Podvoisky did at least get some consolation prize in that he managed to save his star with all of his effort. He was also the top earner on his team. And again, well played match. Well played match, Ikaruzu. I really feel for you. You put in a lot of work, and it just didn't really pay off as well as it could have for you. Off to the detail report. Yeah, only 2 ships damaged. Ikaruzu and the Giulio Cesare. And I didn't even do the fair share. I didn't even do the majority of the damage to Ikaruzu. I just did what I could to, I just got lucky in finishing him off. And yeah, I can be reasonably sure he was not very happy with me at all. He did more damage to me than I did to him, and yeah, anyway, that aside. Coming over to the final detail. Wait, not yet. I forget what I was talking about here, or planning on talking about. I think I was going over some of my other specs, but I'm not 100% sure. Okay, anyway, now coming over to the final detail, I actually earned as net 113,721 credits. I earned 4,045 experience points, as I said earlier, and my commander on this Kamikaze earned 6,690 commander experience points. Anyway, if you all like what you see, please remember to like and subscribe. Hopefully we can get even more views on my channel so I can come up with another thank you video eventually. And, well, I hope I'll catch you all again sometime. Please keep watching, please keep enjoying, and we'll see how things go. Have a good one.